Hi traders, welcome to Elite Currency. My name is Chris and this is our weekly update of the stock indices DAX30 and the S&P 500. Let's start with DAX30 and the 4-hour chart here. And you can see that the downtrend is already in place according to the moving averages at least, and of course before that price was in a serious uptrend. Here a little bit slower though. Let's focus on now though. You can see that price broke this support trend line. It was a good breakout to the downside, but ultimately failed to break this bottom and bounced from that level. And we're seeing a rebound that is retesting that resistance trend line when we connect these two tops. So one of the most likely scenarios at this moment, I think at least, considering the bearish angle and the alignment of these moving averages and the trend line, is that price will still bounce to the downside somewhere here or at this trend line roughly for one more downside like this, and could retest the bottom and again bounce at the bottom and ultimately build a triangle. So whether this triangle is going to be bullish or bearish, I think still remains to be seen. If it's a bearish triangle, this would be A, this would probably be a B, this would be C, D, up we go for E, and that would break to the downside, wouldn't it? If it's a bullish triangle, then we would look at it like this would be an A, this would be a B, down for C, up for D, down for E, and up we go for a bullish breakout. So there's still a lot of triangle left if this is a bullish triangle. If it's a bearish triangle, we're already in C, going down for D, so we're one step ahead. Now, that remains to be seen, of course. For the moment, that seems the most likely to me from wave patterns point of view. But if price does break through this top right here, or if it were to break below these bottoms, of course that would change things. And as long as price stays in between these range levels, a triangle is very possible. But if it breaks above or below these, then of course something else is going on. And in that case, I think if it breaks to the upside, there could be a bullish breakout. I would be a little bit scared of this bullish breakout because it's still against the trend. Those could struggle to really find their legs to the upside. So what could happen is that we get a breakout, but it just goes to the minus 272 target and then makes a correction. In that case, everything could be more bullishly aligned. And this bounce here could find, I think, more potential than the first breakout. So with upside, I would be, I think, more willing to consider long setups if there's a break, pull back, and bounce. And then we can see price reaching these targets. A downside would require price basically to move down, up, and probably then down, make a flag and continue. So here, there are a couple of ideas that could be interesting, is trading this wave E, all right, before the triangle breaks, and of course trading the hook back and pull back before continuing with the fall. So break, pull back, continue could be interesting as well. So this bounce here is also a potential option, but keep in mind that the short-term price action is up. Look at the 21 EMA zone. So that, for any downside to occur, we would probably see price hit this resistance, move down, bounce up, and then down again. I would not be looking for this breakout, but I would consider the next one around here, right? After it breaks through this support, and the moving averages as well. These are the moving averages we use for our SWOT methodology and software that you're seeing right now. So triangle for the moment though, most likely, not expecting breakouts myself, but we'll find out soon enough. My view about the breakouts if they do occur. With regard to S&P 500, things are a little bit choppier. As you can see, this zone right between the medium and the long-term moving average, price is kind of moving around it, right? Trying to break away from it, trying to break above it, right? So it's kind of like oscillating around it. Now, that was certainly different, of course, here, where we had a massive uptrend. Look at the alignment between the medium and long-term moving average, and look at price riding above the short term. Obviously, very, very strong trend, and that has lasted really for a long time. Here's the last time we had a retracement to the long-term moving average. That was the summer, July, August 2017. So ever since then, it was a massive uptrend. Now, very strong fall, and price bounced again into resistance, made double bottom, moved up, failed, moved again down, failed, moving up again. So it is more and more looking like we have alignment to the upside, in fact, on the S&P 500. And from this point of view, I think that we have, or not me, but the index has moved above pretty significant resistance. So there is a good chance that this will continue with the uptrend, actually, and that looks a bit different than DAX from a technical perspective. So this is actually looking like good momentum, and price is really breaking free from these moving averages. So that said, let's take a look at the daily chart. Alrighty, you can see good continuation indeed. Last week was very bullish. So I think a mild retracement here that goes back to the 21 EMA and a bounce could already indicate a potential continuation on the S&P 500 to retest the previous top. And the previous top on my chart is about 28.75. So that would be the first level, of course, to think about, and we'll have to see how price responds there, whether it creates a bigger retracement, consolidation, or a relatively quick breakout. But that would be, in my view, if it hooks back like this and bounces the first target that S&P 500 will probably move to. And whether it breaks this top or not, I think is up in the air. I do think there's a good chance, though, that some correction will occur at that previous top. So I don't think that top will break that fast. I think that it might break, but first we'll see an upside. We'll see, I think, this kind of motion first. Down, up, and then we'll see some reaction here. Whether it's strong or mild remains to be seen. All right, but I think we will see a expansion of this correction, and I don't think we'll get a bullish breakout that quickly. All right, next week, of course, we'll have a new update. In the meantime, find out more free analysis at elitecurrency.com. Wish you all great trading. Cheers.